Yeah, so okay. Yes, this level's going to be a lot... That's a new skin, isn't it? Literally. Oh, that's horrible. Oh no, it really is skinned, isn't it? Oh, you sick people. You're horrible. You really are horrible. Congratulations, that's not him either. I did say earlier about... Come down from there, you. Stop being a pest. I can't look at that guy. Who's been keeping the skins then? That's horrible. How am I going to get these guys back? Oh, they're all shiny. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, I've not even looked too close to see if there's anything else visible there. I hope not. You sick puppies you are, really. He's all the way in now. He's another helpful member of society. He fits all in one box. There you go. That's my criteria. Don't look too closely, ladies and gentlemen. No one wants to see a skin one of those. No, I don't think there is. Oh. Oh, God. These organs. That's a lot of detail there, isn't it, really? And the staring eyes. The Mars attack eyes. Oh, don't stop wobbling at me. Stop grinning at me. Disturbing. Okay. So we can expect some more of those. At least we got them down from the tree easily. There wasn't too much struggling there to get them down from the tree. I guess the tree needs a bit of swabbing now. We'll be able to. We know what we're looking for anyway. We've got the. We've been forewarned. We can stop bouncing on the floor. We know to look into the trees now. We found your missing people. Although we only found 2 bodies. We found 2 PIDs. And oh god. And 3 bodies. So we're missing a PID somewhere. And I don't think they show up on the scope either. So that's rather worrying. Not to miss things. Ugh. Right. You lot were sitting in the trees eating crisps and drinking beer, were you? That'll teach you. That'll learn you for slacking off on company time. Ah, there we go. Edward... Let's pronounce it carefully. Edward Whatapopolis. If your name really is Whatapopolis, I'm sorry for laughing at your name. It's a childish manner. I'm sure it's a very old and venerated name in certain parts of somewhere. I don't know. That's not even trying to be subtle. Okay. I think we've got... I've got tears running down my face now. I think we've got most of the stuff that's behind here now. Oh, Ed. What have you done, mate? Eddie. It could have been worse. It could have been Richard. Right. Oh, my eyes are stinging. What do we do now? I think we've got a lot of the body parts. I mean, we've got more over here, obviously. But we won't read that pad yet. A lot of bullet casings. But I think we've got enough of them that we can swab this area down. Let's... I think... Be quiet, Predator. I think this guy's going to go... Let's just dump him here for now. We'll do a bin run. A furnace run in a minute. To get those over there. But I think it's probably fairly safe to... start mopping this area down. My face hurts now. There's nothing chewing bubblegum either. Oh dear. You're going to be glitchy later, aren't you? Okay. Have we got any more major parts around here? No. But we're okay. Okay. Well, I think I've mopped most of the area now, got it pretty clear. It's very hard to spot footprints in here, obviously. And there was a few smudges on the tree where the lovely skinned bodies came down. But okay, I'll just sniff them out later. There's nothing we can do about it. Before I move on and start dumping things in the furnace, why don't I try and see getting rid of these? I'm hoping that the plants aren't going to burn up. Okay, yeah, not a lot of zap. To be gentle. Yeah, gentle with the zapping. So we're cleaning the way over to here. I haven't done that green blood yet. What if it's got bullet holes behind that blood? How did I miss that green blood when I was mopping? How inefficient. Let's get one and leave it over here. That way we can use this to... We can take that into that area where we clean in there. So look at this green blood. It's got a bullet hole around it. Yeah, it has. That's the same green stuff as from Caduceus, isn't it? That's the green slime from the jars. So... Is that gone? There we go. If it bleeds, we can kill it. So it's a good idea, I think, to be finding the bullet holes now, because they'd be murder to find later otherwise. Good stuff. It's still really obvious. Oh, there's another one here though. There's a lot more than I realised. Someone's like stitched other bullets across here, haven't they? And only a few of them have hit. Any more? There's a light over there I can use. At least now I know they were here. To come back for them if we're still missing. We're still getting non-organic roots. Sneaky, sneaky. Well, if I met any others, that's just fine. I'll come back and get them later. Okay, time to do some bin runs, I think, or furnace runs, I think. Well, while I was away, so I had to a break for a bit. It seems that some of the skinless bodies have decided to climb out of the box. I just took him straight over to the furnace, which was the easiest way, really. And I figured rather than dumping all these bins, I'm going to just do a bit more collecting and clearing up before I drag them over to the furnace. In a second, we're going to read this data pad, which usually means it's the coloured red in the background, so that usually means it's the hero one. Is that the bullet casings? It is. Let's have a look. Ah, Major Dutch Kruger. If it bleeds, I can kill it. Well, we've already done that line already. Primary objective. By the way, Dutch is was the nickname for Arnie in Predator. Primary objective: search for any survivors and discover the reason for break. I could do this in an Arnie voice, couldn't I? Actually, no, I couldn't. I might do a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, so I won't do that. Like most people who try and do an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Sounds good in your head, but not in reality. Search for any survivors and discover the reason for breakdown of communication with the outpost. Secondary objective: shoot from the hip. That's about right. A Beta Terra outpost on planet 3J has ceased communication. You are to proceed to the starport LZ landing zone, I presume, and then make your way inside in search of personnel. That's not how you spell personal. That's how you spell personal. By the way, I just realised the bottom of this data pad's a bit different. It's got like little buttons at the bottom. They look a bit scrappy, actually. They look like they've been drawn on by a child. I was in one of those moods today. I'm a bit vicious. Anyway, search of personal and any evidence as to the cause of the communication failure. It could be just a down transmitter, but if it's not, then we want you and your team on the ground. Secure the processing facility. We're counting on you, Dutch. And in control squad. There we go, in it goes. Oh, I've got another achievement for how many dirty footprints I've left around the place. This is a bit of an easy achievement, but there you go. Right, I think there's more rubbish in the... There's cans and things over here in the bush, isn't there? Do I have a spare bucket? No, not a spare bucket, but a clean bucket. I do. So we're not on Earth anymore like the original Predator film, or Predator 2. There was that other, which I lose track of how many Predator films there were now. Oh, actually no, it's Aliens vs Predators, another one, isn't there? And it's there's one where it's where they get transported to an alien world to be like moving game to somewhere where you want to hunt them, and the Predators are hunting them on a planet. It was more like a straight-to-TV type movie. It was alright, though. It was okay. You make allowances for things, you know. You think, okay, yeah, this is one of the lower-budget versions of the franchise. Well, I'm not expecting too much here. I've got my popcorn, and I've got my beer, and I'm willing to suspend my disbelief, especially in the special effects and thing. In this Dean Cain movie. Not that it was Dean Cain, but you know what I mean by a Dean Cain movie. Low budget sci-fi. Now, are we going to get any... we got any more suspicious fruit in the trees? No, it doesn't look like it. Was that it, was it? Did I already clear up here? I think I did, didn't I? This is where the heads were, wasn't it? First lot of heads and skin bodies. Yeah, we'll hunt through the bushes later for all the bits and pieces that I've missed. Right, okay. Keep progressing this way. Let's read one of these... Has this changed as well? I heard a bing bong earlier. No, it's still just the same thing. I heard a bing, which usually suggests one of those news tape. Be quiet, Predator. One of those new... Oh, he's a whole body. I thought he was going to fall apart. One of those ticker tape things. The ones that are... constantly sports sending messages across. I think there's one up there, but it's a bit hard to read. Yeah, that's the bing, isn't it? I can't quite read that properly. We'll get up there on the lift and read a few of those in the near future. Is that a crack? No, that was not a crack. Yeah, more Chinese food. Who was this person who died here then? Billy Soul. Now, I don't know what his last name was, but there was a character called Billy in... Oh dear, you're still in your box, are you? There's a character called Billy in Predator. I know I'm carrying this the wrong way, but I'm just trying to keep them together. The check-in points over that way. Billy was the... Billy was the... that'll stop it. Was the Indian. As an American Indian. Native American, whatever. In the film. You ain't afraid of no... what's the matter, Billy? I'm afraid. Don't give me that rubbish. You ain't afraid of no man, Billy. Whatever's out there ain't no man. Or something similar. I'm paraphrasing. A great film. A great film. I love it a lot. The trouble with these great films is you... Once they've made them once, you can't... You know, everything is like is compared against the original. And you're never gonna... It's very hard to make another one. Like, I don't know, let's have a few other classics. Like, I'm ignoring things like Total Recall and stuff like, which are okay. I don't quite rate them the same. I mean things like RoboCop and Starship Troopers and things like that. You know, once they've been made, everything else seems to be a hollow copy. And in the second ones, unless they're radically different, like Alien and then Aliens 2 was also a good movie, then you... It's movie time with leesusss. I'm going to rattle about movies for a change. Once you know, you can make another sequel. You make a sequel. As long as it's really good, then you're okay. But another time, you know, it's you know, anything that's even vaguely around aliens that hunt people, and it's just you know, everyone says, oh well, it's like Predator, and it's not as good, so it's Predator light. It must be very hard for filmmakers sometimes to be, or scriptwriters, to come up with novel things and not think this is just going to get panned. How much faith do you have to have in your script to say this is not good? This might get compared against that old classic movie, but it's good enough to stand alone. I guess ultimately there's a lot of times down to the studios, and we know how good they are at choosing things based upon profits alone, unfortunately, mostly. That's why you've got to have those independent filmmakers, especially the ones who go, yeah, this film sounds awful. In writing, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and no one's ever going to fund this film. But I'm going to scrape money together and do whatever and get my chumps to help me, and I will make this film. And occasionally you get those, and they're absolute stars. Right. How much have we got over here? There's a few body parts and limbs over here. Didn't see anything in the tree. Let's get a bin. Oh dear. That doesn't cause problems later. That one vanished through the ground and it's hopefully falling through the world as we speak. If not, I'm going to have to do what I hate and cheat to get rid of it. But we'll see. We won't worry about it yet. We'll see if that becomes a problem later. An uncleanable mess. Well, I was thinking about working my way around the base of this platform through the undergrowth to get all the... collect all the bits around there, but there's a big mess here that I'm going to keep on walking through as I head to the furnace, and this is all within walking distance. So let's go ahead and clear up. Oh, are you doing funny things again, mouse? Just change your batteries. Don't give me any trouble. Clearing up. Runkelfordo? What is that one come from? Have you got like some sort of... oh dear, the legs are escaping. Have you guys got some sort of random name generator using to produce these things? These, just sling them all in there. Stop banging at me, ticker tape. I can't read you. It's not the best place for a message thing, is it? Really? You can't read it probably. Who's this fellow over here? Well, actually, we can put these ones straight into the machine as well. Cedric Frou-Frou. Come along, Cedric. How about you? You were Runkle. You're a Runkelfordo. No, I don't want you. I want you. That was discarded can of whatever that says. How are we doing? Any more? Let's leave some more sausages. I won't do any more on this platform. I'll just clear this so I can mop it. There's a clean bucket just over there, which should be in. Oh, there's a lot of organs around here. A lot of little ones. And I think I will finally lug these, lug those bins up here. Oh my goodness, organs everywhere. They did not do a clean kill. Mr. Predator, you did not do a clean kill here. You just splattered someone all over the place. I guess maybe they were fighting back. You've got your trophies from the ones you hung up in the trophy. I mean, how many human skins does one Predator really need? How many is too many? Who are you? mean, even if you were buying a Predator-sized human suit, a fancy dress or something, how many would you really need?